Hey guys, so I'm here with Issa's former suite mate from college, Lauren, and she ended up transferring to the college that Issa attends and all the other girls that you saw before in the other college videos. And we figured we would do a transfer advice video, so I'm going to ask her some questions and she will just give you her advice and kind of a little bit about her experience. Good. Okay, so the first question is, how did you feel on your first day? Was it weird having to start over from scratch at a new school?
It was very weird at first because I went from a city college to a college on campus. So it was a little tough to get used to, going from being in the city and you having classes at different buildings versus walking across campus. And it's a whole different environment from your friends to the professors and the classes. And so it was tough to get used to at first, but yeah, I got used to it pretty quickly.
And what made you want to transfer?
So basically my freshman year, I was in a city college and I thought I wanted to be in the city, and I realized very quickly I just was not happy there. Everyone is just very independent, kind of on their own schedule. No one really just hangs around the dorms, and it wasn't like a community feel. I would walk. We had a tower of freshman dorms, and you would walk the floor and like no one would be around. It was very hard to meet people. I would go to class and I'd meet a friend and they would be like, oh, I don't live like on campus. I don't live in this building. So I just got very lonely and I just was not happy, and I knew I wanted a campus feeling. So that's why I transferred.
Good answer. Yeah. And was it harder to get adjusted to your school when you transferred as a junior? But I mean, you weren't a junior or a sophomore, right? So I guess when you transferred as a sophomore, then when you got adjusted as a freshman?
It was harder as a freshman because, I mean, that was the first time, moving out of my home and living on my own, doing everything on my own. It's just, that was really hard to get used to. When I transferred, I knew what I was getting myself into. I knew a few people, so it wasn't as hard to get used to as my freshman year. So.
And was it like being a freshman again, or like no? Because I guess you had the experience once already.
Right. It kind of was like I was kind of starting again, like in a whole new environment. So it was very new to me, but yeah, definitely harder as a freshman though.
And did you choose the school because you knew people, or did you just happen to just make friends?
It was a little bit of both. The school that I transferred to, I wanted to go there, and it also helped. I did know a couple of people to start off with, so it was a good base. And then I met people as the years went on. So.
And do you have any advice? Let's say if you don't know anyone, like how would you say try to make friends?
I would definitely go with your interests. So, for example, I was in marketing, so I joined the marketing association at my school. And that's how I met some of, my really good friends who I'm still friends with after I graduated. If you're into art, an art club or just something that really interests you. I've known people that started their own clubs, and so if you want to do something like that, but just something that you're interested in, you'll find other people who are also and kind of take it from there.
Now, did you feel like there were a lot of cliques already? Because that's what I know a lot of people are worried about when they transfer, is that all these people are already friends, you're coming in new. Like, did you experience that it was hard to like get into a new group?
I experienced it I guess a little bit because, again, I felt like I was like a year behind. But again, you're not like the only transfer student. Like, there are so many other transfers and so many new people starting. So in college, it's not like high school where, I mean, someone coming in halfway through the year in high school, it's like, oh my God, it's the new girl. Yeah. But in college, everyone is new, everyone's adjusting, so it's really not that bad. Now,
the first room that you lived in when you transferred, were those girls already friends, or was it all new girls put together?
When I first moved in, so my roommate was someone that I knew since high school. So it worked out very well. I was very close with her. But I was in a suite. So there were 4 other girls. They were all brand new. So
you got a good
brand
experience.
New to me. Yeah, exactly. So we had a freshman in there who was new, and then we had a couple of older girls. So, but we all got to know each other that first year. So.
That's always good then. And then if you could do it all over again, would you want to start off at the school you ended up transferring to, or would you have wanted to get that experience at that one school for a year? Like, what would you want?
That's a good question, because I feel like part of me is like, I wish I had that extra year at the school that I enjoyed my last 3 years at. I wish I had that freshman year there. But at the same time, if I didn't have that bad experience at my first school, I don't know if I would have known, okay, close the chapter on my city life and then go to the campus. So I definitely feel like it was worth experiencing the first year.
Yeah, because I mean, that's a big difference. You know what I mean? Like, I remember I always thought maybe I wanted to go to like a city school, but it's totally, I could imagine being a huge different feel and like environment.
It's very different. Yeah, the last 3 years were the best years of college, and so I'm very, very happy that I made the transfer. You know, if to all of you who are thinking about transferring and are scared, like, it's, you know, do it. If you feel like it's going to make you happier, you know, go for it, because you don't want to waste your time, you know, not being happy in a school.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And do you have any other advice?
It's pretty much it. You know, just go with what you feel and
but
be happy.
Yeah. If you're thinking about transferring, don't feel like you have to stay at that one school, because a lot of people go to 2 or 3 schools before they find the school for them.
Exactly, and the admissions process is really not that stressful.
Yeah.
One thing we were talking about was the housing. I got lucky because I knew somebody, you know, I had someone and she happened to have an open spot in her room. So the housing can be tricky if you're very serious about it, you know. If
email people.
Yes.
If you really need housing, they will listen to your emails. Because I know a lot of times transfers are not guaranteed housing. You can't get housing. But if you email the admissions people and explain a story, make yourself seem sympathetic and like... I'm not going to say you're going to definitely get housing, but they'll definitely look at it better. Yeah.
It's going to definitely help. And I know I transferred into the fall, so I think my admissions, everything was due by like early spring. So just get everything in early.
Yeah,
like,
the earlier the better. Like, I know usually you can apply, let's say you're applying for like the spring, and in the fall you have to like December 1st or even later than that, but those people aren't going to get housing. If you get early, you shouldn't have a problem. And
Yep, and you know, if you're worried about meeting new people, I mean, again, it's college. You're going to meet people very easily through classes and outside activities.
But you have to put yourself out there.
Yes,
like, definitely don't expect people to just like. I mean, like, if you're a friendly person, then like go up to people, but like don't expect everyone to just come to you. Like, you have to kind of put yourself out there a little bit.
Yep. So that's all I got.
Okay, so I hope you guys found this video helpful, and I will see you in my next one. And thank Lauren for being in this one and kind of sharing her experience with transferring.
All right, guys.
Bye.